Do you remember the seriously bizarre anime that used to air on Adult Swim? Fooly Cooly would premiere on Adult Swim August 5, 2003, on their now defunct Saturday action block that primarily showcased anime like Cowboy Bebop, Trigun, Samurai Champloo, Inuyasha, Mobile Suit Gundam, Neon Genesis Evangelion, and many more iconic titles. The show itself was an OVA anime series created and directed by Kazuya Tsuramaki and written by Yoji Inokido. The show was a coming-of-age story that revolved around Naoto Nandaba, a 12-year-old middle-class boy living in the city of Mabase with his widower father and grandfather. One day, Naoto is struck by a woman named Haruka Haruhara on a moped. Wielding a bass guitar, she hits him on the noggin and causes some kind of portal to open in his forehead, which giant hostile robots produced by a company known as Medical Mechanica begin to emerge from periodically, including this friendly one named Conti. Haruka reveals herself to be an alien and a member of the Galactic Space Police. Then, we meet a character called Commander Amaral, the eyebrows guy, who says that she's just a lying criminal here in search of a powerful being known as Atomisk, a space-warping creature whose abilities she wants for herself. Every time Naoto fights the Medical Mechanica robots, he's absorbed by Conti, and through his portal, a little bit of the being known as Atomisk would embody the robot, helping them defeat his enemies, but bringing Atomisk closer to Earth. The show was kind of hard to follow and filled with intense imagery, which may have contributed to its goal of making us feel like its main character, a confused young boy who was being pulled between forces he didn't quite understand that were trying to manipulate him. Naoto would have to decide what to believe and who to idolize, and this premise would paint a surrealist portrait of what it actually felt like to grow up in a place where nothing amazing ever happens, a repeated quote from the protagonist, meant as a commentary on suburban life. With its visually jarring art style and iconic soundtrack, Fooly Cooly would stand out among the other shows on the anime lineup. So much so that in 2018, almost 20 years later, we would receive sequel seasons in the form of Fooly Cooly Progressive and Fooly Cooly Alternative, both of which consisted of only 6 episodes, just like the original run. Let me know what you thought of this show in the comments, and if you remember it appearing late at night on Saturdays, if you were jarred awake by the soundtrack and fight scenes, and if I should talk about the other shows in the Adult Swim action block.